Oh, so we're back to present day now. Okay, why are we suddenly back to present day? Whoa, went deep on that one. Bye, Malzarino. Didn't mean to bend your ear off so long. I had no idea that was how it all came about. I read the files, but they didn't go into anywhere near that level of detail. I bet they all paint things such as things in a much rosier light for the prosecution too. Well, Karma was the one in charge of it all, after all. What happened with the case after that? Well, with the ice sculptures vanishing from the victim's room, things hit a bit of a rough patch. So rough, in fact, that it took a full year before they could even reach a verdict in the trial. Really? That was a year before Gregory died? That was a year before? A year. That was back before they brought in the whole initial trial thing. You don't have to finish up in a double quick time like that you do nowadays. I see. Did they ever find out how the victim's creations managed to just disappear? Well, they were sorbets or frozen desserts or whatever you want to call them. Ice, in other words. And if it's made of ice, it can melt. It's what they call concluded. Must have happened. Well, there's a chance that wasn't how things actually went down. What do you mean? Well, this place is a gallery these days. Back then, it was Sam Tangaroa's place, yeah? Indeed. And the site of the IS-7 incident. Well, word is Frost Ice sculptures are suddenly back on display 18 years after that fateful day. What? How are they just back? Who knows? Could be they're just modeled on their originals. I figured it was worth coming down for a little look-see on the case. Seems like the least I could do for poor old Gregory. Well, alright then. Let's go take a look at these icy marvels, shall we, kiddo? I believe they're on display in the Winter Wing, and it's very snazzy known. Oh, Winter Wing, Winter Wing. Huh? I don't believe it, it's locked. The door is open for a biz, but the Winter Wing's off limits. What gives? Fender. Perhaps you should look more closely at the pamphlet we were given. The Winter Wing is over there. It is. Freaky. I would have sworn it was this one. Anywho, shall we? Time to dive in and see what we should have seen 18 years ago. Ah! 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 Hi. Hi, you two. Hi, Ron and Desi. I see they're still keeping it chilly as heck in these rooms. I'm about to turn into a popsicle stick. Were these in here the entire time? And so they weren't taken from what's her face's room. They were taken from here to her room where they got taken, maybe? It is the Winter Wing, you know. But you're right. It is like a freezer in here. Could be the trick of the light, but it feels like the whole room is made of ice. The temperature controls will be somewhere at the back of there if memory serves. Hey, Master, you can go peep the degree count. I'm thinking it'll be a compliment to the management in order. There is such a thing as too cold, yeah? All right, if you insist. Make your time. Mother around and take in the sights while you're at it. I got a camera I need to prep for action. Feel like your pop might appreciate a picture of all this. I'll put it on his grave so he can have a canter. Of course. Wait. The lights are in here too. Why are the lights in here too? I want to talk to Kid. Who are you? Boy wearing a backpack. What's he doing at an art gallery on his own? She wanted to run a gallery so bad she just had to quit the industry. I don't get it. I just don't get it. This boy knows the owner of the gallery, perhaps. Okay, this lamp appears to be made of rock salt. It's illuminating the diagram with the zodiac just above it. Yes, both Gemini and Taurus are not the only zodiac signs, but constellations that are visible during winter. Winter constellations on display in the winter wing. And uniquely, these statues are made of flavored ice. According to the pamphlet we received, the ones in the other room are made of crystal glass. Ice might be rather fitting for the summer wing too. Who doesn't like a nice snow on a sunny day? But then it would probably be too similar to this room, I suppose. So how about this? Scream out! Oh no! This must be the work of that villain Damas. Yes, Desi. And I'll go, that's me, the legendary Mask the Mask. Yeah, and then... Oh, no. Say it, and you'll be in the cusp before you can blink, Ronnie. You gotta take this more seriously. Otherwise, how are we gonna get in the market to sell? What exactly are these two plotting? There's an enormous block of ice on display here. There are some explanatory text engraved in it. Castor and Pollux. Every year in December, countless shooting stars can be seen emanating from this constellation. So then Damask needs to too. Yeah, and then I wish these two would stop talking so loudly. It's difficult to concentrate. Never mind. I'll just go take a look at some other exhibits. There are two large ice statues on display here. Yes, these are remakes of Frost's work from 18 years back. Really like catching stuff. That sculpture's a heck of an art form, huh? It is. These other works of my father never got to see. To think that I get to see them instead, so many years later. Sorry to butt in while you're deep in the sinkhole, Miss Master. Sorry to butt in while you're deep in a sinkhole, Master. You mind looking this way for a sec? This way. Beautiful, yeah? Just like that. Miles is just like, are you serious, Fender? Really? They tease. Please don't do that again. I don't like having my picture taken. My bad, big guy. My bad. I'd check if the old thing was still working is all. Now that you mention it, your camera does look rather ancient. Yep, and its model. You ever hear of an instant camera? Develops a picture right after you take the shot. I'll twist my noggin trying to think how that's how it works. I know what an instant camera is, although I've never seen one used. Should have known Mr. Know-It-All would have know-it-all. You really are your father's son. Alright, step aside. I need to get some good shots of the room here. For all his joking, he looks very serious about the pictures he's taking. Must have his own theories about the IS-7 incident. Woo! I should have been a paparazzo. These are gold. And they've developed them right away. Wanna see? Well, since you've already shoved one in my face. Alright, Brainiac, question. What do these two sculptures represent? They appear to represent Taurus and Gemini, two constellations observed during the winter time. Bingo, he shoots, he scores. You're a regular encyclopedia, Milester. And that's why this is a winter wing, right? So they have this winter star stuff on display here. Anyway, seeing as I'm the nicest old rogue on the block, that one's yours for keepsies. Thanks. So the victim made these same Zodiac statues out of flavored ice for the contest 18 years ago. Sure did. Lovingly crafted life-size desserts. Well, I ever saw the old ones in photos, so. But these are the spit of the originals. So this is what you wanted to show me. Yep, and Gregor would have wanted you to see him too. And I may not have had it in me to come here on my own, or to drag you along. No, not at all. I'm happy to be able to see where my father's final case unfolded. Good to hear you say so, Palio. What say we grab another quick snap to commemorate this heartwarming occasion? Absolutely not. It's a statue of a rather ferocious-looking bull. Not a gaze one would want to be fixed with. But then I was always taught to return a stare with a stare. Although in this case, discretion might be the better part of valor. There's a huge block of ice on display here. Must be incredibly heavy, though maybe not, with it being hollow on the inside. There's a constellation engraved onto the surface along with some explanatory text. The blades, known as the Subaru, they form as part of a larger constellation of Taurus. But why cram so many stars into one tiny part of a single constellation? I guess people in ancient times were hugely careful about such things. Alright. Checked. Huh. Vendor, I can't seem to find the temperature controls you mentioned. Oh yeah. Well, tricky if you don't know where it is at all. I'll have it open for you in a tiffy. Huh? Dang, the thing's locked. Makes sense, I guess. Want to visit cranking up the thermostat and mental in the yard. According to the pamphlet, the winter wing is kept at a constant 27 degrees. Wowee, that's colder than a snowman's cold bits. I'm gonna freeze to death in here. There's only one thing for it. Somebody's getting the snuggle. Hey, what's with the icy stare? You want me to freeze to death? No. Alrighty, got the shots I wanted. Shall we scoot over to another wing and see what's cooking? Might as well do a full tour while we're here. I suppose so. Ah! What was that? Came from the fountain room. Come on, let's see what's up. Something smells. Oh, something smells. It's usually the butts. There's someone on the ground. And is that... Larry, what are you doing here? Actually, never mind that. What on earth is going on? Edgy! You should have seen it. It's awful. Just calm down and tell me why there is an unconscious man on the floor. I didn't do anything. He just fell down in front of me. Wait, I know this guy. Is everyone from the past just here? Like Judy, I kind of get, but what's Miss Scone doing here? Is everything all right? Don't you know it's rude to make a racket in an art gallery, you naughty boys? Wait, the smell. He's still breathing, but I know these symptoms. It's not safe, Miles. We need to get everybody out of here. Everyone, with me. There isn't a moment to lose. There's a poison gas coming out of that room. Oh boy. How was the victim doing, Fender? Not good. He inhaled a lot of gas and he's still out. And it sounds like it's pretty serious. The paramedic said there was no sign of external injury. That he was conscious before it happened. Anyway, he's alive. Just barely. He's lucky we found him when we did. But like I said, he's not out of the woods yet. I put him in the medical room with a specialist. I see. Couldn't help but noticing that it seemed like you knew him, Fender. Sure do. That was Carmelo Gusto. He was here back when the whole IS-7 incident went down. The confectioner. So he was here 18 years ago, too. Anywho's, this guy seems like he's in rude health. Your old pal, some Miles Arena. Yes. Something like that. I'm glad you're okay, Larry. Something like that? Are you serious, Edgy? You've known me since elementary school. Of course, you guys' feelings. Why don't you? Anyway, you know you're supposed to call me Larice Donut when I'm dressed like this. So no more Larry, okay? Got it? This is Larry Butts. When something smells, it's usually the butts, is what we always said in elementary school. He's a bit of a troublemaker, but he's one of the only friends from back when we were little kids. Ever since he's developed a passion for art, he's been trying to make it big as Larice Donut. But new name or not, he's still the same old Larry. Whoa, great school, buddies. I need to go tell Gregory about this. He'll be over the moon to hear you have a pal. I'm worried about you never click with anybody. Hear that, Itchy? You're lucky to have a friend like me. I never knew I was the cause of such worries for my father. Never mind that now, Larry. What are you doing here? Larice, Edgy! How many times do I have to tell you it's Larice? What are you doing here? What's with the demon eyes? Alright, I'll talk. Just stop looking at me like that. Good, now talk. You want to know why I'm here? Why the heck do you think? For my art, of course. Oh, and I'm coming on a date with Lulu soon, so I decided to get to scoop out this place. So not actually for your art at all. Maurice, my man. What, an artist and a romantic? You'll have to introduce me to a lady friend of yours, so I can ask her if she wants to feel it up. You know what I mean? Oh, sure. It's nice to have somebody take an interest for once. Spare me. Oh, by the way, Lucario. Did you notice anything when you found the victim? Nothing in particular. Didn't you say you saw something awful? Oh, that! The old guy. He just appeared in a moon splat. He was on the floor. It scared the life out of me. But for once, I had nothing to do with any of it. Don't look so proud. That's the least we should be able to hope for. Now's not the time, Judy. I can only apologize for the trouble you've experienced. I'm Judy Bound, the gallery manager. Another person from the IS-7 incident. Good to see you, Judes. Mr. Fender, it's always a pleasure. She was at the reception desk when we arrived, so she's the one in charge here. I can't believe you had to go through something so awful. It was on the first day on our first day in business. Hey, quit that. It's not your fault. Oh, wait. I guess I better introduce you guys. Judy, meet Miles Edwards, son of the late Gregory Edwards. Really? You mean you're Mr. Edwards' son? Well? Isn't it fabulous? That man's great son is here with us. 18 long years have passed, but now look, he's here at last. It's very lovely to meet you, Mr. Fine Attorney number 2. Judy, that was a bomb. I see you're in good voice as ever. Miles Edwards, prosecutor. It's a pleasure to meet you. Oh, you're a prosecutor? I'm so sorry. Forgive me for jumping to conclusions. She's very polite. There's something strange about her. Hey, Judy, can I get an autograph? Can you write it in here? Well, if you're sure you'd even want such a thing. Why do you want it, Larry? Brood, you know who she is, right? Come on, Master, you don't keep up with showbiz news or nothing. Guess it's no big surprise. What's going on? Why are they looking at me like that? Judy's here is a living legend. It's not just TV. Movies, musicals, chart-topping hits, you name it. Don't be silly. I'm just a humble art gallery owner now. I finally quit showbiz for good. I finished shooting my last movie just the other day, in fact. Some of my co-stars were even kind enough to say that they would come visit once we opened. Anyway, here you are. Good luck with your artistic endeavors. Thank you so much, Judy. I'll treasure it till my dying day. Ah, you and me are peas in a pod, Maurice. Peas in such gosh dang pod. How lovely for you both. Larry, could you go practice your drawing somewhere or something? You'd come all the way to an art gallery after all. You'd be ashamed to waste the opportunity. Translation, get out of my way so I can talk to her alone. A real artist drawing our exhibit? What an honor. Guess even you can have a bright idea once in a while, Edgy. Alright, Judy, seeing as you were so nice about it, I guess I will. I'll be right back. He's a real live wire, that one. That's one way of putting it. I can only apologize. By the way, there was another woman with you before. Where is she now? Oh, you mean Delicia. Delicia Scone. She's in the medical room helping care for Mr. Gusto. Yeah, because she was a physician. She's kind of equipped for it, to a degree. I call it the medical room, but it's nothing quite so grand, of course. I couldn't stay with him as I'm the only one on staff, and I can't leave the gallery unattended for long. Delicia Scone. We've heard that name before, haven't we, Fender? Sure have. Sounds like the IS-7 bingo card is complete. Something tells me this isn't a coinkydink. Perhaps I could offer you gentlemen a cup of tea? Drop of the old duty-bound special? Why not? For old time's sake. That would be lovely. Thank you. Better not be poisoned. Now, if you'll both excuse me, I better go and explain things to the other visitors. You do your thing, dudes. Thanks again. This aroma. Ceylon, I believe. Let's give it a try. This is a fine blend. A top quality Ceylon indeed. Its citrus aroma. It's said to improve one's ability to concentrate, right? Your old man said the exact same words 18 years ago. It really takes me back. There's one difference. Dudes cooled the saucers back then. Not today, though, it seems. Anyway. Don't you think it's time... Don't you think this is all a little odd? Everything a person from 18 years old case all assembled in the same place at the same time. Yes, it almost feels like as if an investigation is in order. Here we go. Miss Edwards, sir. You alright? Mr. Edwards, Mr. Fender. We got caught up in a poison gas attack, so we came as fast as we could. Well, if it isn't the cavalry. Come on, team. Bring it in. No way. Besides, you're both doing just fine. Gummy and I got ourselves all worked up over nothing. Detective Gumshoe, what were you thinking bringing Kay with you? Sorry, sir. You knew it was dangerous with all the poison gas and all, but you wouldn't take no for an answer. Ran and I ran and I ran and I ran, but I just couldn't shake her off. And when it comes to running away, the great thief right here is the world champ. Then run away. Don't chase the poor detective. All set, sir. Just say the word and I'll hand it in there and start investigating. You guys stay here. The gas could still be dangerous. Alright. We're counting on you, detective. Good luck in there, Dickie boy. No way. Gummy looked like a real detective. I'm so proud of him. But he is a real detective. This is Edwards speaking. Mr. Edwards, looks like the gas is mostly dissipated, sir. Wait, isn't this the Wait. What's he doing in that room? Very good, detective. So calm down and tell me what you see. Well, no, it is a different room because there's other. First exhibits this. Statues of two people on the left side. On the right, some kind of two-horned animal. Wait, the statue of two people and a two-horned animal. That sounds familiar. In fact, it sounds identical to the display in the winter wing. Other than that, this place is looking pretty damp. Sprinkler sprayed the place good. Must be what stopped the gas from spreading. The sprinklers. Are there any signs of a fire? No, sir, and the fire alarm hasn't been triggered either. Sprinklers looks like the types that detect heat and smoke. When they detect something, they send an alarm, either fire or smoke, to the security room. Guess they read the gas, smoke, and triggered a smoke alarm right away. And was anyone in the security room when that alarm went off? This only has one employee, and that's duty bound to manage it. And she was at the reception desk across from the security room the whole time since the gallery opened. So she heard the alarm from across the way and turned on the sprinklers. Yep, seems they can only be switched on manually from there. Wouldn't want the art getting soaked up for no good reason, I guess. And if it is manual, then you could even check how bad the fire was when get some stuff out first. The security setup is geared around protecting the exhibits. That makes sense in an art gallery, I guess. One more thing. It's freezing in here. This isn't the autumn wing. It's a deep midwinter wing. The autumn wing is cold too. I checked the temperature and it's 26.5 degrees in here, sir. Why is the autumn wing being kept at the same temperature as the winter wing? That's about all I've got for now, sir. Let you know if I find anything else, sir. Understood. Thank you, Detective Gumshoe. Body of victim Artie Frost is found in a chocolate chest made by the suspect Samson Tangaroa. The victim died from blood whilst had been struck on the head with a rock salt lump. Suspect was found guilty of the crime as its main perpetrator and subsequently imprisoned. Wait, that's odd. They're not in the right order. Winter and autumn are switched. What did Gummy have to say? That the autumn wing is actually quite wintry. Huh? I don't get it. I was wondering what it could mean myself, but it's a bit hard to tell from out here. We'll try to get in there as soon as the police are done with their investigation. Amen to that. We need to see what the deal is for ourselves. Is there anybody else who might know something in the meantime? Oh yeah, there is one guy. Miles' best bud. His what? If we have to, and I guess we have to. Wait, that's... Okay, didn't expect to see you here. Look at his fresh face as ever. Hey, yeah, long time no see. Larry, right? So here's the deal, Case. I'm Maurice right now. You see, I'm also a bit of an artist. Ah, so that's your alias. I like it. Good to see you, Maurice. I always knew you were a nice, thoughtful kid. Unlike some people. I am not a kid, and you will grow up. I have some questions for you, Larry. What the... How am I a suspect? Just because I found a guy doesn't mean I did a crime. I never said you did. I just need you to tell us what you saw. You said you saw something awful. How so exactly? Look, I didn't see anything. I didn't do anything, okay? I don't think I did, anyway. Whoa, Chief. You didn't sound too sure of yourself there at the end. There's something you should know about him, Fender. When something smells, it's usually the butts. We've been saying that about Larry for 26 years now. His ability to attract trouble is legendary, for what it's better, for want of a better word. His ability to cause trouble, too. I suppose it'd be better if I found out what he did this time. Mind test. Our aim is to uncover anything that Larry might be hiding. However, I didn't see anything. I didn't do anything, and you can't prove otherwise. It's almost impossible for him to keep his cool. I need to bide my time when he gets agitated, and wait for him to calm down. Let's start by asking him to go to jail, but what he's doing here. He shouldn't prove to be too much of a challenge, so let's get this over with. Mind test. Commence! Why exactly did you come to the gallery today? What kind of question is that? What do you think I don't belong in our gallery or something? Hey, you're gonna ignore me, and I'm gonna paint you a portrait. When I'm done, I'll scribble all over it. I'm joking, okay? I never scribble on one of my pieces. How could I? They're valuable artworks. According to you, perhaps. I imagine I might struggle to agree. Yeah, laugh it up, funny guy. Look at some people actually believe in my work. Still looks agitated. She's called Lulu, okay? She says my pictures are masterpieces. So if you like something, I'll draw it for her. Anything at all. And where is this Lulu? How come you're here alone? What? A guy can't be apart from his girlfriend for 1 second. I have my own life too, you know. Fine. Lulu said she's a Gemini, okay? So I thought I could do a sketch of the statue to show her on our date. And I expect you're pretty proud of this sketch. Not so much this time, actually. You know, being her sign and all, I just thought maybe she'd kind of like it. How very like you to try to tell me nothing and give me so much away in the process. So to summarize, you came here today to draw a sketch of the Gemini statue for your girlfriend Lulu. What? How did you figure that out? From your incessant prattling. You just can't help yourself, can you? Fine, then I won't say another word. Larry, I want to keep your mouth shut now, but I'll have you have my answers one way or another. Let me ask him what he did after he arrived at the gallery. We'll soon see what he's hiding. It's just a matter of time. Alright, tell me what you did once you arrived here. What's the big idea? You're staring at me like that. I don't remember. I don't have a pamphlet. Because I didn't know what was where. I kind of just hang around by the fountain. You didn't receive a pamphlet when you paid for your entrance fee at the reception desk. Huh? You mean entry isn't... It's not free to get in here? Larry... You mean to tell me that you entered without pain? I'm sorry, okay? It wasn't deliberate. It was just... It wasn't any of the reception desk. Say what now? We just thought entry must be free. You're saying Miss Bound wasn't at the reception desk at the time. Yeah, but it looked like there was maybe somebody in a little room opposite. Interesting. According to Detective Gumshoe, Miss Bound had to enter the security room to activate the sprinkler system. I expect she wasn't at the reception desk because she was busy responding to the incident. Right after, she finally got the place open for business too. Poor Judy. We went to ring the gallery attraction. It's all going to be ruined now. You say you don't have a pamphlet, and you seem to know all about the Winter Wing. For example, the Gemini statue you came here to draw just so happens to be in said room. Therefore, it was your intention to visit the Winter Room all along, wasn't it? How? How did you get me again? Fine, you're right. I came here for the Gemini statue. And I came here to visit the Winter Wing. I won't deny it. Larry's not one to confess so easily. Then again, he's always managed to surprise me in unusual ways. Let's see what more he can tell us about the Winter Wing. I expect even Larry has a secret. Has found his little feet a little wet by now. I'll have to watch his reactions more carefully and see what information I can glean from him. Larry, be honest. Did you enter the Winter Wing? What is it? Like the suspicion I see in your eyes? Tried to get in her shirt, but you tried to get in, but you couldn't. Yeah, exactly. Wanted to get in there, but that old guy came out and fell to the ground, and like I said, it was all pretty shocking. So you were unable to enter the Winter Wing because the victim emerged and collapsed in front of you. Yeah, you came out of the Winter Wing door and then went down. Wasn't it the Autumn Wing that the victim came out of? So that stupid poison gas thing had never happened. I'd be in there, happily sketching away right now. Larry seems to have the Autumn and Winter Wings mixed up. Regardless, it seems the aim is really to make a sketch of one of the statues. This could be a useful clue. What did you see in the Winter Wing, Larry? You don't let up, do you? I told you I didn't see anything. Galleries were nice and all, but I kind of changed my mind once I got here. So I'd go meet my girlfriend instead. I think it's time to deploy my clue. Did you say you came here to make a sketch of one of the statues for your girlfriend? So you gave up on that a little easily, didn't you? Surely you saw something, even if you were distracted by the victim's collapse. Well, I did not see something. But that doesn't prove I did see something. Totally terrifying either, does it? Really, Larry, you could at least try to make this a little harder for me. I put it to you, Larry Butts. You did in fact see something totally terrifying. How do you do it, Edgy? Are you some kind of mind reader? Fine, I guess there's no point in trying to keep a secret any longer. I'm not sure there's much point in you trying to keep any secrets, given your track record. It wasn't exactly the most edifying use of my time, but that's a checkmate. Checkmate. I just couldn't help staring at that Gemini statue. My eyes were drawn to it.
Objection!
You keep talking about a Gemini statue, but there's no way you saw what you think you saw. It's simply not possible. What do you mean? You think I saw a ghost? A ghost statue or something? But we're still laboring under the misconception that he was looking at the winter wing.
Take that!
Take a look at this pamphlet. The autumn wing features sculptures depicting Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, and Aries. Not only that, but I've seen a statue depicting Gemini in the winter wing for myself. Which means that whatever you saw can't have been a statue of Gemini. So the winter and autumn wings had to have been swapped. They had to have been swapped to a certain degree. And I think... So, when we had that view of the autumn room with Gumshoe, we saw a set of 2 and a horn one. So I think that's Pisces and Capricorn that we saw was Gumshoe. Because the other 2 were covered. And then Gemini and Tauros are in the winter room. Although, wait. No, we were in the autumn. The room we went into was the autumn room because they weren't the same. The twins would have looked identical. We need to get another look at the room Gumshoe's in. Because in my mind, I was realizing, I was like, they're calling this, like, height. Yeah, because we... Back to pamphlet. Okay, I'm pretty sure he said that it was Gemini. Yeah, because Gemini and Tauros. But they didn't look the same. It looked like a mother and son, which is what I believe Pisces is supposed to represent. It's a mother and son, not twins like Gemini. So there's definitely a switcheroo going on here. And really, the only person, like, Judy's the main person that could have done that. Which means that whatever you saw, it can't have been a statue of Gemini. Guess that makes sense. Why is he not more surprised by that? It did seem pretty weird, now that I think about it. One of the 2 people did look like a goddess. So the other stuff, I guess, just wasn't my imagination either. Other stuff... You're interested in it too, aren't you, Edgy? Great, let me show you. Show me. What exactly? I drew a picture of it all. The whole scene down is exactly as I saw it. But I'm still not confident in my work, so, Well, I want to see it. Really? Alright, here. What? That's definitely Pisces. What on earth? It's grotesque. You were trying to tell me that the statue was crying tears of blood. I have to say it, Maurice. It's pretty scary. Right? Because it was scary. It was supposed to be a statue of Gemini, but it up and turned into a goddess right before my eyes. That's Pisces, that's not... Those 2 fish. Like, you could tell from their tails. They're not twins, they're fish. Freaked me out so bad, I screamed out loud. So it wasn't reacting to the victim collapsing in front of him after all. Wait, when you say turned into a goddess, what do you mean exactly? What do you mean, what I mean? The bottom half was suddenly a fish. That's what I mean. The goddess was the fishy bottom half. Sounds like Pisces to me. Or it's all based on this legend of a goddess and her son turning into a fish to escape some baddie. Wow, really? I thought Pisces was just two plain old fish. Hedgie, do you think the statue's cursed? I mean, tears of blood turning into a fish? That's some pretty cursed stuff right there. Don't be a fool. I imagine you simply mistook one of the statues for the other. Aw, look at you tucking it carefully in your organizer. I simply thought I might have a use for it later. Maybe in the bathroom. Just wipe it up. There we go. Flush it out. You're the worst, Edgy. The worst. Kind of freaky deaky though, huh? Statue from the bottom half that changed its shape. I'm pretty keen to find out what went on in that autumn wing, aren't you? I suppose I am, yes. Could there be some kind of trick to the Pisces statue, perhaps? Yes, Edward speaking. Just about done in here, sir. There's no danger from the gas anymore. You can come in now. Thanks. Good work, detective. Seems it's finally safe to enter the autumn wing. Your detective sure has impeccable timing. Come on, let's go take a look. I want to see this Pisces statue. You going in there, Kay? Maybe you should come along too. Did you really think I was going to leave you out here on your own? I know better than that. All right, everyone, to the autumn wing. Oh, it's a ram. It's not. Which one was I saying? Capricorn. It's not Capricorn. It's Aries. Which one says it? No, it's more. So it's Capricorn. Here we are at last, and it really does look like the winter wing. Glad you can make it. Oh hey there. You're Harry, was it? Good to see you, Harry. No, it was the last time. The name's Maurice Donut. Detective, your report if you don't mind. Yes, sir. Yeah, first off, I found a blowtorch. Thought it was still warm when I found it, so it was used pretty recently. So somebody was using it to heat something. Was the stepladder already like that when you entered? Yeah, guess it was used by whoever let the gas out. Let out the gas. Gas was inside the case until someone opened the lid. Is that so? The Pisces statue. Huh? You sure are up in constellations, sir. You know what? You know what the one in the other case is too? This is the autumn wing, so I imagine it should be Capricorn. Guess there's no fooling you, sir. I thought it was supposed to be Taurus. The real cloth draped around it kind of tripped me up, huh? Isn't that a piece of the luminous cloth from way back when? What's that doing here? Now we have evidence from the IS-7 incident too. Oh boy. They're gonna look around. Since there's a piece of luminous cloth on each of the other cases too. Yeah, and that just makes me want to see what's hiding underneath real bad. Sure, let me whip them all off right now. Whoa, they're beautiful. The transformation Larry witnessed would have been the moment when the cloth around the Pisces lower half fell away. See, Yeti? See? I wasn't imagining things. No, I was mistaken. I wasn't mistaken. Listen, Master. I think we can all agree this room's fishier than a bucket of fish. My hunch is that somebody deliberately tried to make this room look just like the Winter Wing. Yes, I was thinking exactly the same thing. They even covered the statues up in such a way as to make them look similar. With the cloth over the bottom half, and the Pisces and Gemini statue look almost the same. You know, for Capricorn, cover the bottom half and it looks pretty much like Taurus. The other two can't be fixed as easily, so covering their cases up completely was the only answer. So somebody went to some lengths to disguise the Autumn Wing and as the Winter Wing. I'd say we need to take a closer look at things in here, wouldn't you, Fender? Who's that? Ah! Mr. Winner and Judge Gaville. What the heck are you guys doing in here? Here's the last thing I need. This is my scene to hear. Mr. Edgeworth, it seems I have failed in my duty yet again. I pray that one day to make you see that your presence is not required at every crime scene. I was already here before anything happened, you idiot judge. And that co-opting the good detective for your own ends is neither right nor good. I will have to give serious consideration as to how the goddess of justice would have me judge you. Got it all wrong. It was me who asked Mr. Edgeworth to help, not the other way around. It was? Well then, you know what that means, Detective Flatfoot. Oh, you mean another salary cut? Exactly. Your, salary check is taking a hit. Bet you're looking forward to payday now. Always wanted to say that. Man, and a wage cut from you of all people? Not so fast, Mr. Winner. I was simply assisting the police with the police investigation as a witness and bystander. Detective Gumshoe is entirely in the right. Oh, he is, huh? So you're saying I should give him a bonus instead? Yes, please. Cut the man some slack. That's not what I'm saying at all. Come on, Edgeworth. Hey, I wouldn't mind a little salary bump. Your compassion and generosity are truly heartwarming, Eustace. But we must now take into account the past transgressions when making judgments that concern the future. And I hereby judge Mr. Edgeworth and his associates unfit to tread the hollow grounds of the scene. What? Well, we only just got here. The goddess of justice has conferred her blessing on Eustace, and Eustace alone. By which you mean, this is Mr. Winner's case? That's exactly what she means. And it's time the wrap-up act to get off stage. After all, I solved this one already. I have a suspect lined up and everything. What did you say? A suspect already? Who? Who else but your artist friend over there? Oh, brother. Huh? Me? What's going on, Eddie? Your guess is as good as mine. I can't even begin to imagine how a boy's mind works. Unsurprising you lack the attitude to understand the winning mindset. You lack the attitude. Something tells me he doesn't know the real winning turn of phrase. Well put, Eustace. Mr. Edwards does indeed lack a certain aptitude. Huh? Yeah, exactly. Where's your aptitude, smart guy? Wow, he's totally shameless. Underestimate my information gathering skills at your own peril. Before we came here, we dropped by the medical room to ask the doctor a few questions. He told me where the poison gas came from. And where might that have been? It was, this chemical you find everywhere. Can't think of the name just now, though. Wait, there's a second. Wait, there's a second. Let me call him real quick. Perhaps I can answer your question while Eustace is on the telephone. Why let him make the call if you know the answer? The gas was created by mixing two specific chemicals. Ubiquium and asphyxiant. What kind of chemicals are they? Ubiquium is a red liquid used in all manner of everyday products. Paint and dishwashing liquids, among various others. On its own, it's entirely benign. So it's something anyone could get their hands on. Precisely, but the same cannot be said for asphyxiant. That does sound nasty. What's it used for? It is the main ingredient in a product called Infesticide Ultra. It is pure white in color and is unavailable to the average customer. In fact, it's now impossible for members of the public to obtain it here in this country. So how does Larry get it? As such, we are currently investigating where it might have come from. Gas reduced in bright red ubiquium and pure white asphyxiant were mixed together. I'm back. It knows the names of the chemical now. Don't waste your breath. Jessica informed us already. Huh? Oh, great. That'll make this quicker. So the gas was ubiquium. It's used in paint and stuff, right? There was somebody here at the gallery today who brought paints with them. Your friend, the artist. You can't accuse me just because of that. Objection to the paints on the palette in your hand. Eddie, is this kid okay? He seems a little... Indeed. I haven't known him for long, but he's a little prone to jumping to the wrong conclusions. Hey, quit talking about me like that. I'm not even here. I'm not even here. Okay. This kid needs a serious turnaround in character. I heard, but prior to playing this, so many people hyping this guy up. I don't like this guy. He is freaking annoying. It's just he's on screen. I'm just it's just nothing interesting. It's just him sounding like a moron. I'm just waiting for why do people like this character? Ignore them, Eustace. They are simply intimidated by you. Nothing more. No. He is not intimidating in the slightest. Why not give them yet another reason to fear you with one of your winning deductions? Winning? Yeah, good idea. Get a load of this, losers. Our friend the artist here won the race to the victim and was first on the scene, correct? And the gas the victim was poisoned with is made from ubiquium, which we know is found in paint. He was carrying the paint on his person, and he was one winning stride away from the victim, which surely makes him the winner on the list of suspects. I can't with this kid. I just can't. What the heck? It is a possibility that certainly can't be discounted. Well, would the artist like to share his version of events? Did you leave red paint at the scene of the crime? Or something more sinister? A catalyst for your toxic gas, perhaps? Think I might have left my heart in there, you know? You might have picked it up, eh? I would be careful what you say to me. My gavel is already primed to deliver a guilty verdict.
Objection!
Ignore him, please, Your Honor. It's for the best.
Objection!
Quit stalling. You can't run away from... You can't run away from the fact that my reasoning is flawless. So admit defeat and crawl out here on your tail, but crawl out of here with your tail between your legs, because I win. You useless whiner. Shut up. I have better things to do than pick holes in your faulty logic, but I don't suppose I have much of a choice.
Hold it!
We do indeed. It seems it's found in a number of everyday products. Right, which makes your friend's paint pretty darn suspicious. But isn't it also found in a bunch of other stuff too? She has a winning point, I guess. Right, Cavell? I suppose she does. As I said, ubiquitum is also found in dishwashing liquids, among other things. In other words, paint isn't the only plausible explanation. No, but listen to the rest of my amazing deduction, will you?
Hold it!
It's by no means certain that the paint was the source of the poisonous gas. Well, it's by no means certain that it wasn't either. Was that supposed to sound clever? Copying Mr. Edgeworth's speaking style isn't a shortcut to looking cool, you know. Girl! You make it sound as if there's something wrong with how I speak. Anyway, to bring it all home, my winning deduction shows he had paint, and he was closest to the victim.
Hold it!
That's really all you're basing your suspicions on, Mr. Butts. What, you have a problem with that? Then show me some proof, loser. Put up or shut up. He's literally asking you for it, Mr. Edgeworth. He is. Well, let's find the right piece of evidence and really give it to him. We know that Mr. Winter isn't much of a listener. We also know that his reason is likely to be based on a flawed assumption. Yeah, he even phoned the guy and he still got it wrong somehow. Or could I put it here? Because he's only mentioning ubiquitum here.
Objection!
There we go. Your deductions are anything but winning, I'm afraid. Unless you're looking to win a prize for incoherence. So you agree that I deserve a prize? Bro. What you deserve is to be set right. The gas came from within the case containing the sculpture of Pisces. It did, and was created by the artist guy. It was red paint we know is full of ubiquitum. Allow me to offer you a bit of advice, one prosecutor to another. It always helps to listen carefully to others. The gas is created when ubiquitum is mixed with another substance, asphyxiant. Paint containing ubiquitum alone wouldn't create any kind of gas at all. It wouldn't? I thought they said that the guy was asphyxiated with ubiquitum. Oh my gosh. You're telling me this is all based on a mishearing of The forensic report. Gas had already done its work by the time Mr. Butts found the victim. Perhaps it's your own aptitude that you should be worrying about. My aptitude? What does that even mean? You literally used the word 5 minutes ago. It means one's ability or how suited one is to a particular task. And attitude is the other word you misused only minutes ago as well. This is another thing entirely. I get what you're doing. You're making fun of me again. What I'm doing is demonstrating that you do not have the aptitude required to head this investigation.
Overruled.
Shut up, Gavel. Shut up. Why are you pushing so hard to support Eustace? He's clearly an idiot. Before you go any further, you might wish to consider some of the flaws in your own statements. And what flaws might those be? Firstly, that you cannot prove your artist friend did not enter the autumn wing. And secondly, you cannot prove that the red paint did not have something to do with the crime. But the paint isn't important on its own, surely. What's important is the combination of the red ubiquum with white asphyxium. That's how exactly were those two substances introduced to one another. Surely we need to figure that out before anything else. Indeed we do. And that is what Eustace will be investigating next. What he would already be investigating had you not been here making needless trouble. We're not here to make trouble. Quite the opposite, in fact. We're here to help. Are you saying you know how the gas was made? I don't believe you. I can certainly point you toward the vital clue as to how it was done. He is bluffing, Eustace. Ignore him. It's fine, Gavel. He's clearly lying. Might as well let him talk himself even further into a corner. I don't like these two at all. Them on screen just frustrates me. With their inability to think like common sense. Like, come on. Come on, then show me what you've got. Probably this, right?
Take that!
You're saying it somehow shows us the chemicals were mixed to make poison gas? That's exactly what I'm saying, yes. Thank you for noticing. Well, they do say I have a good eye. The red tears Mr. Butts saw was the ubiquum. Wait a second. You're saying the statue cried this stuff out? What? So her culprit is some kind of evil spirit? How much time am I going to have to waste talking him through this step by step? The red tears alone would not have been enough to create the gas. They must have been mixed with something else inside that case. What? What evidence do you have that that ever happened? The evidence is right there in the sketch I showed you. I need to point out the parts that shows that the two liquids had mixed together. The pink.
Take that!
Red plus white equals pink. Observe the pool of pink liquid beneath the Pisces statue glass case. Clearly shows that the two chemicals mixed. What? Wait, I don't get it. How does that prove someone used ubiquum mixed with the asphyxiant? We have an artist with us. Why don't we ask him? Larry, you claim to be something of a painter. I imagine you have some experience with mixing colors. What happens when you mix red with white? Don't treat me like I'm a dum-dum, Edgy. I did graduate from junior high, you know. Any idiot knows that red and white make pink. I mean, there's variations. You got your rose pinks, your baby pinks.
Hold it!
That will be more than enough, thank you. You see what I'm getting at now, Mr. Winner? Oh, I think I do. Ubiquum is red, asphyxiant is white. mix the two together, and you get pink. That's what the pink liquid is. Yes, very good. Got there in the end. Interesting. I think you finally convinced him.
Overruled.
Yep, sure. Yep, here we go. She's not gonna let it go. Mr. Edgeworth, you've raised a possibility. Nothing more. We cannot know for sure that this shows the results of the two chemicals having mixed. And besides, the sketch you are attempting to enter as evidence was drawn by a suspect. How can we possibly hope to rely on its veracity? Hey, I drew everything exactly as I saw it. A true artist never lies or embellishes the truth. Forgive me, but I did not ask for your opinion. Ugh, it's a cold one, but I like it. Shut up, Larry. You may rest assured, Your Honor, that I mean to prove my theory to all our satisfaction.
Overruled.
It may not be wise to jeopardize your position any further, Mr. Edgeworth. Especially as there is another question to which you have yet to provide a satisfactory answer. How can you prove that this man did not enter the autumn wing? Until you are able to, there is little more to discuss. Wait, maybe the victim could help us out with that. Mr. Gusto. He's still unconscious and in critical condition, in fact. Then how were you able to ask him about the chemicals? What? He is? Oh. Now, if you don't mind, Eustace needs to carry out his investigation in this area. If you'd be so kind as to leave him in peace. Who was that? Larry. For the presiding judge's sake, I pray to the goddess that you need not ever to be summoned to testify. Now then, is there something you wish to say, Mr. Artist? You could just hold that pose for one moment there, Miss Ice Queen. I'm Justice Verity Gavel, and would be grateful if you would not dispense with childish epithets. Oh, she finally tells me her name. Nice to meet you, Verity. Name's Louise Donham. You can call me Louise. If you could stop wasting the court's time, Mr. Donham. Oh yeah. Sorry, it's just there was something I forgot to mention. The door was locked. Tried to open it and then the old guy came tumbling out. It does appear that the door can be unlocked from the inside. However, that does not necessarily mean that it was locked at the time you claim. Without proof, your statement carries little weight, I'm afraid.
Objection!
That's Fender. Fender, yes. Well, as it happens, I can back up our pal here on that. What? Yep. We tried to come in here too, but it's just like the guy said. It was locked up tight. Ain't that so, Miles Arena? It is. I distinctly remember how it went. Winter wing, yeah, let's go in here. Oh, it's locked. Nope. Sorry. Access denied. It's locked. I can't believe it. Oh my gosh. I'm so dumb. Prior to the incident with the gas, it was not possible to enter this room from the outside. Oh, but you're working for this guy, so you can't be trusted. And what is it to say your suspicious friend was not in here with the victim the entire time?
Objection!
The fact that he didn't suffer the ill effects of the gas. Search him for a gas mask if you'd like. I doubt you'll find one. I see. Uh-oh. Larry's gonna have one, isn't he? I see. Then I suppose I will have to take you at your collective word. That was a little too easy. Well, Jacovel, you accept that Mr. Butts is no longer a viable suspect. And once again, Mr. Winter's deductions have fallen short of the mark. What are you talking about? I just need some more information, that's all. You Can't blame a guy for being a little hasty in his detections. You know, it's not cool for a prosecutor to be saying stuff like that, right? Very well. Then perhaps we should call our next suspect. Mr. Donim, you may step down from the stand. Huh? Go, you mean? But I was enjoying our time together, Verity. Let me stick around, please. Overruled. Show no mercy. Squish my heart into a goopy mush. I love it. Who exactly is the next suspect? The pharmacist, Delicia Scone. Your artist friend may have struggled to lay his hands on a bottle of the infesticide Otra. But someone in her line of work would surely have a better idea of where such a thing would be acquired. The court hereby calls for a 10-minute recess. Eustace will go and fetch the suspect. Your winning smile will bring her running, I am sure. My winning... Of course, Gaffel. I'll go get her at once. Hey, Detective Flatfoot. You carry on investigating while I'm gone, okay? Sure. Is it possible? Could Judge Gaffel have suspected Miss Scone from the start? Now you mention it, she wasn't helping Mr. Winter like she usually does, huh? What exactly is your angle here, Judge Gaffel?